TikTok clip. Watch this here. This is very interesting where, they ask Vivek a question about him doing TikTok with Jake Paul, and then Nikki Haley just... I'll just let you watch it. Go for it.
TikTok is banned on government-issued devices because of its ties to the Chinese government. Yet you joined TikTok after dinner with boxer and influencer Jake Paul. Should the commander-in-chief be so easily persuaded by an influencer?
So the answer is I have a radical idea for the Republican Party. We need to win elections. And part of how we win elections is reaching the next generation of young Americans where they are. So when I get into office, I've been very clear. Kids under the age of 16 should not be using addictive social media. We're only going to ever get to declaring independence from China, which I favor, if we actually win. So while the Democrats are running rampant, reaching the next generation 3-1, there's exactly one person in the Republican Party which talks a big game about reaching young people, and that's me. And let me level with all of you. I'm the new guy here, and so I know I have to earn your trust.
Tim Scott.
What do you see? You see a young man who's in a bit of a hurry, maybe a little ambitious, bit of a know-it-all, it seems at times. I'm here to tell you, no, I don't know it all. I will listen. I will have the best people, the best and brightest in this country, whatever age they are, advising me. We will be probably many of the people on this stage included. That's how I built my companies. I want to be challenged. I want people who disagree with me. That's what makes America great, because we're not a perfect nation.
Turning right toward the grassy knoll.
On the pursuit of perfection. That is what makes America great. And that is why we will end it once we win this election.
Okay, no. You have to go to what Nikki Haley says, because that's not the clip. It's how Nikki Haley responds to that.
Is the one when she says, "I feel dumber every time you talk"?
Yeah.
Is that the part right there?
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay, click that one.
Let's click.
One of the most dangerous social.
She's talking about TikTok. Go back a little bit. There you go.
Infuriating, because TikTok is one of the most dangerous social media apps that we could have. And what you've got, I honestly, every time I hear you, I feel a little bit dumber for what you say, because I can't believe that here you've got this TikTok situation. What they're doing is these 150 million people are on TikTok. That means they can get your contacts, they can get your financial information, they can get your emails, they can get text messages, they can get all of these things.
This is very important for our party.
What they're
this
doing.
is very important for our party, and I'm going to say
you've gone and you've helped China make medicines in China, not America. You're now wanting kids to go and get on the social media that's dangerous for all of us. You went and you were in business with the Chinese that gave Hunter Biden $5 million. We can't trust you. We can't trust you. We can't have TikTok in our kids' lives.
This is very important.
Mr. Ramaswamy, you have 15 seconds.
I think, excuse me.
Listen, I like that fire. I like that. If she was a president, I wouldn't be pissed off.
You know what's crazy though?
her.
Do you know who was doing ads on the campaign? the debate yesterday, throughout the 2-hour debate? TikTok.
Shut up.
TikTok
Commercials
was
on
doing
Fox.
commercials on Fox the entire debate.
All this talking crap.
All this talk about TikTok, and Fox is doing, accepting commercials of TikTok on Fox News. So, by the way, the people who say Fox is no longer what Fox used to be, they're not lying.
No, they're not.
They are not lying. Fox is not what Fox once was. Forbes once went from being a capitalist tool, phenomenal magazine you bought for business, to now being ran by people on the left. Things shift very quickly once ownerships and philosophies change at the top.
So those two people in that clip right there, we've spent enough time on DeSantis and Newsom, but those two people right there, the person who won the first debate, Vivek, for sure, and the person that won the second debate, no question, was Nikki Haley.
I agree.
And what's the difference this time versus last time? Vivek was calling everybody out. You're all bought and paid for, establishment, calling people out. The difference this time was, for whatever reason, and we spent a couple seconds with Vivek here at the debate, took a picture, he said hi, he came up to us.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy. He lost that fight, and the knives were out for Vivek. And she is fierce. She's a competitor. She's fiery.
But let's go
But
through
she's
that.
also feminine.
Let's go through that.
Yeah.
Let's go through what you just said. Okay. So here's my criticism to Vivek. If Vivek's watching, this is my only criticism I got to him. So if your game is, I'm going to take a play out of Trump's playbook, a page out of Trump's playbook, and say, I'm the only one here that hasn't taken money from the big donors.
Yep.
Okay. So you want to say that. I'm the only one here. I'm the only one here. I'm the only one here. Then the second debate, you come in and you say, why don't we unify?
Yeah.
Why don't we come together? Dude, you can't do that. You can't call someone's mom out and then afterwards say, dude, you want to go to dinner? You know what I'm saying?
Stick to your guns.
Yeah, it just, you have to double down and say, yeah, let me tell you other things about your mom.
Yeah. She was with me last night.
Yeah, you got.
I was with your mom last night debating.
Hey, say hi to your mother for me, Vinny.
Yeah.
You know,
Tough guy.
last week when I called her a crack whore, it was a metaphor.
Yeah.
But this week, it's true. Right? So, but the point is,
You're saying he took the high ground this time.
No, you can't. It doesn't work.
And you're correct. You're right.
It's unattractive because to me, here's what Trump would have done. Trump went and said, I'm the only one that took money from, I'm the only one that didn't take money and I'm self-funded. You know what he does the next time? Same thing. Let me remind you, I'm the only one that didn't take money from everybody because I'm self-funded. Third one, let me remind you guys again. Okay? And then he just kept hitting it and hitting it and hitting it because you have to think, you can't dramatically change. You can do that in sports, okay? You can do that halftime. You come back and you switch and you're like, hey, why don't we take this approach? But this is such a dramatic, different approach to take. Now, to give him credit, I love the fact that he said he was a little bit self-critical. Look, I'm 38 years old. I'm young, ambitious. I talk fast. I move fast. Sometimes I think I know it all. And I'm here to tell you I don't. I like that from the position he's playing. But if you came from the first one and he destroyed everybody, because here's what it was like. By the way, every time he spoke, they would interrupt. He was the only guy that everybody. Do you have the clip about Vivek and Nikki Haley in China? Because Nikki Haley called them out and said, you took money for. Is this the one or?
This is where everybody attacks him all at once. For
okay,
China.
But play this clip. Play this clip. This is fantastic.
But you know what I did that was different than every other company? We got the hell out of there. And when I started my next company, Strive, right when it
pause right there. Did you hear what she said? Right before you ran for president.
Yeah. Wow.
She says you got out of China right before you. So pull it again so people can hear it. I won't say anything so you can hear the whole thing.
Same technique she used on DeSantis.
Yes. Listen to this.
But you know what I did that was different than every other company? We got the hell out of there. And when I started my next company, Strive,
Just a
let it keep going. Let it keep going.
That's years ago. Right when I started my next company, Strive, to compete against BlackRock, to compete against BlackRock, I made a commitment that we would never do business in China. And I will say something.
I think you have more than time to explain your point.
Well, if I was interrupted by a lot of people here, and I want to be respectful because I believe these are good people, but I do not believe in these. We're sitting here in the Reagan Library.
Yes, I wish you
in the honor of Ronald Reagan's library, if I may. From one admirer of Ronald Reagan to another. From one admirer of Reagan to another, we cannot sit and violate Reagan's 11th commandment.
I want to hear about that.
Let's have a policy debate.
What's going on?
Let us have a policy debate.
It's like a bunch of children.
Policy debate.
By the way, to be honest with you,
we need to declare.
you know what happened right after this? This was in like a second part or first part. Couple people in our section got up and left.
It's not.
They just left. They're like, what is going on here? Because moderators lost absolute control of the entire thing, where they were allowing them to just talk over each other. What are you doing? Mute them.
Yeah,
let the guy make a point. So, but here's the reason why I'm playing this for you is the following. I'm convinced, maybe I'm wrong. Would you say Vivek is an establishment guy?
Not even close.
You think Vivek is a Karl Rove guy?
No.
Do you think Vivek is a Lincoln Project guy?
Nope.
The founder's going to be on the podcast tomorrow, by the way, from Lincoln Project.
Steve Schmidt.
Do you think he is a guy that DeSantis' camp likes?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So do you think all the other guys on stage are more establishment than Vivek?
1,000%.
There's only one guy on that stage that's anti-establishment. Literally, it's only one guy.
Vivek.
Okay?
Yeah.
Vivek. So do you not think the RNC somehow, some way, got a note to everybody with some facts that they did themselves to say, here's where you guys got an angle to attack Vivek on China? I am fully convinced everybody had someone, you know, anonymous, where you don't know who it's coming from, drop a package with facts about China and said, go at him.
Wow.
They wanted to eliminate an anti-establishment guy because they don't want a guy like that getting a lot of momentum. This is the part when I saw everybody go up against him, he gains points in my book. He just gains points in my book because I realized they fear you. You're a guy that can't be controlled. That's attractive to a guy like me.
Pat, you hit the nail on the head, and there's a bigger part. There's a bigger picture here.
I've been hitting the nail a lot.
He
bang,
heads
bang,
on nails.
bang.
Nails and heads.
Because there's a metaphor here.
Yeah.
we're seeing exactly the playbook that they tried to do on Trump. But the difference between Trump and Vivek is obviously name recognition, a couple more $1 billion, but also the ability to clap back and go even harder. And I've been critical of Trump, we know this, but here's what we're seeing live and in person right after the first debate when Trump was like, you're boring, you're sleepy, you got this, you got little hands, you're that, and everyone came after him the second debate, and he basically was like, fuck all y'all, let's go to war. And this is what happens, is that everyone basically coalesced, came together, and were like, we're going after Vivek, clearly, right. And they tried to do that with Trump, and this is why Trump fights back against establishment, the media. This is that.
Do you know why John Kerry didn't win? John Kerry was supposed to be president. You know why he didn't win? Because Vivek's doing a little bit of that right now that he's got to be careful with.
Same thing that Mitt Romney did in the second debate against Obama.
John Kerry flip-flop.
Yeah.
John Kerry would go to one audience, give one message, go to another audience, give a different message. He can't go from the position he took on the first one and then come in this one saying, let's be friendly. And right off the bat, he wanted to be friendly. You know why he opened it up with being super friendly? Because he didn't want people to attack him. And you know what people said? We're coming after you.
We're coming.
Last time you embarrassed us.
Blood.
Last time you embarrassed us, you want to play that game? No problem. Double down on this guy.
They went in with an agenda.
Yeah,
and
no
he went in
question.
with a, hey, let me try
Not gonna
to
happen.
take the higher ground
This is
and
a
be
dirty
friends
game.
with all these guys. I just talk shit about their mama.
This is this
they
is
weren't
a dirty
having it.
game, and there's a part of it that we talked about with Carrie Lake yesterday about when the establishment engine unifies its messaging. She was talking about Sinclair Broadcasting. I think that was the name of the company. How they unified messaging and sent it out. And oh, maybe they didn't mean to do this or that. No, they kind of did. And this is the RNC there unifying the messaging, putting it out on there. This is when the machine of establishment spreads the message against the anti-establishment infected virus because they don't want him to go viral. So we saw a little glimpse of just how our political machine in the broken political machine in America actually works.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.